it's upside down, Hannah.
Don't. Oh, God.
It is.
Yes, it is. Is it?
Looks like it.
It does look it. Ian! That's because I packed it in the bag last.
So last time you saw us sailing a seahorse, it was me doing the 4th in the Medway Yacht Club single-handed short-handed race series, and it didn't all go to plan. Well, this week it's race 5, the final race of the series, and I'm laying second overall at the moment, so let's see if we can turn it into a win.
Put the other thing up!
So it's the last in the Medway Yacht Club single-handed, double-handed race series, and it's meant to be a really nice day, although the wind isn't here yet. We've only got about 8 knots and it's dropped to like 4 a lot of the time. It's meant to be like 10 to 15. I'm not sure it's going to stay sunny all day, but should be good. It's from the south, which is going to make everything a bit tricky. It'll probably become a bit of a join the dots course because it'll be a lot of reaching and fetching, and it'll make the kite work harder on my own, but it's still a nice day to go for a sail.
I'm on a boat today. Steve is actually my camera boat today. He's got no grandchildren today, so we're off. We ought to start, and actually he's failed in the tea department already because he's run out of gas. You got enough fuel?
Not verbal gas, yeah, definitely fuel.
Okay, so it'll be no tea, cold water. Can't get the staff, but it'll be fine. Ian looks to be the only single at the moment. Right, there's a hoop.
That's the one, is it? Okay, thank you.
So that's probably the one, isn't it? No, that's the 1 minute gun. We've got a minute to go, I think. That's what I think. Yeah, as Ian said, we didn't get a...
Okay, well, 10 seconds to go, I reckon now. I must have missed the 5, not the 4.
It's a long race. Go, that's it.
Well,
right, we're off. I think we should start our engine, or will we catch him up pretty?
Okay, so kind of rubbish start, but apart from why not, everyone made a rubbish start, so not too bad.
So Phil Tilt looks like he's gone for code 0. Why not's going for out the tide again? And Honey Bunny is sort of downwind of them all, but 0 at the moment. Good start, honey. So why not? You gonna go above us? I think he is. I know. Just want to be shown you're in the lead.
They are actually.
They are, exactly. Good luck, honey. Love you.
Can't compete with that, really, can we?
No. No, darling, you really can't.
The problem with a small boat with a big boat fleet is you just get rolled by everyone. Now I've got this big swan coming over top of us with X whatever, and I've got Sulis behind me who, as soon as I slow up in there, no wind, he's going to roll me as well.
lead at the moment, overtaking full tilt. Yeah, this dropping back has got dirty wind obviously.
Oh, this is getting to be very frustrating. So the race started at the Medway Yacht Club club line, as it always does for these events. We then had a reach down towards the Wilsonian Sailing Club, where we turned right and started what was one of the few beats of the entire race. Oh, you don't want to get headed in amongst this lot. Okay, this is going to be properly painful if I attack here.
It's cold. I've still got one more coat to go. I knew bringing 2 coats was a good idea.
So we're just going past the Strand and Gillingham. Race has settled down a bit. It's basically proceeding size order. It's just a powered up. It was a right tricky beat, very shifty because you're going against the tide. It was hard to know what to do. The small boats both stayed right out over the mud and hung on really well. The big boats plugged against the tide and of course had the power to do it, and as you get smaller you kind of struggle out the back. But I'm doing all right. I'm behind the boats I should be behind, and probably in front of the boats I should be in front of. So, but it's going to be a lot of fetching now and reaching and stuff, which is not a satisfying point to sail. You know, you're heeled over, helm loads up, you kind of can't balance the boat easily. But we're trucking along, doing 6 knots in 14 knots of wind. So the green buoy in the distance, just to the right of the chimney, is 23, which is the first mark we're going to, and Reefer X has just gone round it. I don't know where full tilt is. I'm guessing, because I can't see them, they're in front of them. So after all their code 0 problems, they've kind of sorted themselves out. Sulis is just in front of me. The big Swan's over to the right, just in front of me. I think those two boats at the mark are cruising. And if we look behind, we've got oh, what's it called? Yeah, it comes to me in a minute. Sadler 32 just behind me, and then Why Not, the blue boat just inside. They're goose winging their jib and getting out the tide. I'm just sailing shortest distance. And then Fleur de Lis is just coming up to that corner, which is the one we've just been round. So still all to play for. Okay, so just got around 23. Now I get that frustration of racing a boat on a busy river. There's a Bavaria, I think it is, no, Hansa of some sort, just gone round 23 in front of me. Don't know if they're cruising or if they're oh, they've got a racing pen up, so maybe they're racing with Medway Cruising Club or something. But either way, they're just sitting on the tide, plugging the tide. I want to come over here towards the cranes to get out of the tide, or certainly out of the tide when they get round the corner. But it means I've got to sail in their dirty air. It's one thing sailing in the dirty air of boats you're racing against, it's quite another to sail in the dirty air of other boats, but I really don't want to go all the way over there, so let's hope I can keep a big enough separation from them that it won't affect me too much. NASCAR 2, that's the name of the Sadler, just gone round 23. Sulis is over here where I want to be as well, so I'm not alone over here. Okay, so that's what's giving me all the grief. I keep coming down, get away from him, and he keeps coming down as well, thinking he seems to know what he's doing. And of course, he decided to know what he's 32 foot, 34 foot or something, and I just can't get past him. I caught him up downwind, but he's just got the sail area, and I'm pegged on his beam. It's where the wind's coming from. I just can't get enough clear air to get past him. I have to start coming up in a minute to get to 15. We'll see. In the meantime, NASCAR is sailing a straight route. He's coming back at me, but what do you do? Okay, more through frustration than anything else, I put the code 0 up because it's a proper beam reach and it's kind of in an angle where it's going to start working. Horrible short chop, that sort of swell thing that's rolling the boat around. It's going all right. I got stuck behind that Bavaria for so long. NASCAR 2's caught me up, and he probably should anyway. It's a bigger boat, and he goes very well. He's a good sailor. He knows what he's doing. So I've kind of done this just to convince myself I tried everything. It didn't give me that long though. I've got half a mile or something to 13, and it's coming down again. So.
Cushion's wet with that, isn't he? So, we found the Swan and Sulas. They're like one point ahead of Ian. We're going to turn around in a minute because we're not going to make it back for the finish otherwise, because they're all so much quicker than us.
So we're coming up to the Stangate mark now, and then it's a turn for home with all the boys in between. I had the code 0 up on the way to 13, which really didn't gain me that much and was a bit of a painful drop, blew out the back, but I mean it all came down okay. Reef is just ahead of me, having gone around Stangate trying to put his spinnaker up. He's struggling a bit, looks like it's a bit tight for it, or tight when you're short-handed and you haven't got enough people to pull things. Because I was thinking I'm going to go forward and swap the lines around and I can pull the spinnaker up on the other side, but I'm on that now, not so fussed. I think I'll get around the mark first and see what it's like. It's that horrible angle where, you know, you had a fully crewed boat, you wouldn't hesitate, but when you're short-handed, it's all an effort. Okay, just gone around Stangate. Just noticed the camera at the back wasn't working, so you probably didn't see that. Anyway, it's a long way back now. There's more marks on the way home than there was on the way up here, mind you. Lots of zigzagging, but it'll be okay. So the sail back started pretty much the same way as the sail out, with a lot of reaching and fetching and a sort of a join the dots course around various buoys, but he eventually turned into a beat all the way up to 16. So we've gone around the West Bullet mark. It's now a proper beat up to 16. See that? Seahorse just likes to steer for the boys. Just realised he'd missed that one and had a quick stab at it. I am getting headed here though. Wind is going right. I feel like I should tack. Okay, so I've decided to put my money where my mouth is. I've tacked early for 16. I'm probably 30 yards under it. And if I was right and the wind went right, and if I'm lucky the wind goes back to its norm, I'll get to it. Keep watching and you'll see me do a short double tack to get around it. Wind's all over the place. Too gusty a call really. I think this shift is being counteracted by the fact the wind sort of blows along the river. NASCAR 2 is doing the sensible thing and ignoring me and standing on because I'm well under it. Still, don't roll the dice, you don't win occasionally, do you? You've got to be in it to win it. Overstood it slightly because there's a must-have skiff here somewhere. There we go. Hello Martin. So that's the beat over, more fetching and reaching now. 16 down to 18, red one on the corner, then across to MYC 4, then it's up to 19, 27. Oh well look, that's some satisfaction. I might have understood 16, but I got around it. NASCAR 2, trying to learn from my mistakes, has overstood it, so I haven't lost it yet. That's alright. Another fetch. Still haven't seen full tilt though. Big Arcona that's always not exactly giving us a race, but it's the one that always sets the pace and has invariably won always first boat back. I've seen the X boat, Reefer X, but I haven't seen, which is the other quick boat, but I haven't seen Full Tilt, so I don't know what happened to them. They did have that problem with their Code Zero at the beginning, so whether that led to something else, I don't know. Anyway, it's a good sail. It's not the most rewarding of sails. The sun's gone in. A lot of, the next mark of the course comes up, so you just steer straight to it. Tactically, there's not much to do. It's all about trimming sails and boat speed, but you only gain small gains in yachts. Dinghies, you can work the boat and you get it playing, it goes faster and faster, it's very rewarding. Yachts, it's all small gains, which when you're just floating around on your own like this, it's not so much fun. No, not so rewarding. Especially as the wind's dropped off now. I've only got 10 knots now. We've had 15 a lot of this. Anyway, coming up to Kingsnorth Power Station, so I don't know how far that is to home, but we're 3/4 of the way round now, so just got the trickiest bit left, because it's always the flukiest winds. It's always fluky along St Mary's Island, and we've got all the dinghies out from Wilsonius Racing, and there's a topper open at Medway, so when I go across the line there could be 30 toppers milling around. That'll make life fun, wouldn't it? It's not just the modern boats that race. On the way back past Gillingham Reach, I came across this little old gaffer. Medway Cruising Club run a race series for old gaffers, and this beautiful little boat I think was taking part. So just as before as when we're going down to 23, this last leg, I really should probably fly the spinnaker, but I'm kind of talking myself out of it. When the gusts come, they come from up front, and it would be a bit of a handful, which I think would be okay, but if I am going to get into what we call Heartbreak Reach, a bit between the clubs, and find all the Wilsonians dinghies and a load of toppers, it could all be a bit too exciting. I haven't seen the toppers anywhere else. You'd think they might have gone down river or something, but maybe not. Don't know how much this is going to come out, but as if to prove my right, hundreds of toppers and Wilsonians asymmetric boats and cruising boats, and I'll find my way through that, which is going to be alright without spinnaker up, but might get a bit excited if I put the kite up. So of course now I'm talking myself out of spinnaker for different reasons. I've still got the Wilsonians lot, but I've only got Heartbreak Reach, and at the moment the wind has got a bit of west in it, which means it's going to be more of a beat going up there, which in this wind strength is probably a bit much for the zero. The apparent will go forward and I'll just get blown sideways, and I don't want to be in the moored boats with a spinnaker up. It's easy to talk yourself out of it, isn't it, see? But I've had a good sail on a day that's not been anything special. I've had a good sail. I've kept Nazca the Saddler behind me, which I'm pleased about. He knows his stuff, so I must be sailing okay to keep him behind me. So and I can still see Sulis and the Swan. Can't see Reefer X, but then it is a much faster boat. No idea where Why Not is, the little Vanderstas Splinter, but he's got to be so far behind me as to be, I wouldn't be able to see him anyway.
Okay, I think like 10 minutes has probably passed, and now we have Reefer with their spinnaker, I guess. and now we've got Sulas and that beautiful swan, but still no sign of Ian. Wind's dropping off and the tide's turned, so it's not going to be his race, I don't think.
I've done the right thing putting the spinnaker up, but there's no wind. And the wind I've had has come from behind, on the side, on the nose. Typical this bit of the river.
Here we go, Ian. It's not that much behind. Well, no, he is actually. But he's done very well. Of course, he's got the wind dropped off and the tide against him now, so. He's still with that red and white boat for full tilt. How long do you reckon, Steve? 20 minutes, half an hour? It's been a while, isn't it? It's been a while.
NASCAR, the saddler's caught me up a little bit, I think. But then, who knows whether he got the same hole I did, so I don't know, it's all to blame for me faffing the spinnaker. Me getting the spinnaker up was definitely the right thing to do. Wind's in single figures and Seahorse just doesn't like light winds. Well, certainly not with this number 3 jib up, which has been the right sail for everything else. As soon as you get to 10 knots, the boat unsticks, the number 3 works well, and the boat goes well. As soon as it's below 10 knots, it's hard work. And the wind now, of course, is coming on the nose. So that was it. Wasn't really the best race of the year. To be fair, it didn't really favour me or the boat, and I wound up 5th, my worst result of the series. Full Tilt, of course, went on to win, and this meant they won the series overall. And to be honest, it was really well deserved. Although the big boat had advantages on some occasions, it was a big boat to be sailing short-handed, and they did well to get it round on some of the breezy days, so hats off to them. I finished up 2nd though, so that wasn't a bad result.
I'm not going to have much room to, oh, he's putting it down before he crosses the finish line. I suppose it's because there's not much room, is there? Goes straight into trot. Oh, it's all wet going in my boat again.